Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about 4 features of the PowerPong Omega that you currently aren't using. Once you start using these 4 features, it's really going to be a game changer. All your training sessions are going to be more efficient and more game-like. Before we dive into this content for today, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe down below and turn on the bell for notifications. So let's dive into this. The top 4 things you need to implement with PowerPong Omega robot training. So we're going to create a drill, and first thing we're going to discuss is the difference between random and shuffle placement. So we're going to create a drill. We're going to drag the ball to this side. We're going to put the trajectory up a little bit, 29. Let's do speed 10. Let's sample that, and we get a short nose spin serve. So we're going to get a short nose spin serve. I want you to step forward and flip, and then we're going to have a normal topspin ball here, and then a high side spin lob. So we're going to create a second ball. We're going to put the spin for spin 3, speed 12, trajectory 105. Let's sample that one. And then we are going to add a third ball. For the third ball, we're going to put the trajectory quite a bit higher. We're going to put it for 158. We're going to put the speed down to speed 9, and we're going to add some side spin. So it's going to be curving out wide to the forehand. Now we're going to enable the serve feature on the first ball. We can either do that, or we can create a delay on the third ball. Now, PowerPong robot users around the world are using this feature here, similar to this, and I'm going to show you how this one plays out. It gives you a short nose spin serve, followed by a fast topspin and then a side spin lob. Short nose spin serve, fast topspin, and then a side spin lob. So a lot of people are doing this, but a lot of people don't really understand the difference between random and shuffle placement on a drill like this. So if you were to hit random, you would get any of these 3 balls random. You might start with a lob and then a serve and then a topspin ball here. That's not game-like, right? In a game, you always start with a serve, and then you have a progression of the hits. So if you wanted to make this one more game-like, please don't hit random, hit shuffle placement. People around the world are not using shuffle placement nearly enough. So you see where these 3 lines are, 3 dotted line, dotted line, dotted line. So we've got to the backhand, to the middle, and to the forehand. So if we enable the same drill with shuffle placement, we're going to get the serve short to the backhand, middle, or forehand, the topspin ball to the backhand, middle, or forehand, and then the side spin lob to the backhand, middle, or forehand. So check it out on what it looks like with shuffle placement. So you see the serve can go to any of those 3 locations. The topspin ball can go to any of those 3 locations, and then the side spin lob can go to any of those 3 locations. So almost all your game situation drills, you should be able to upgrade from just normal to shuffle placement. Obviously, if it's too tough, you can turn off shuffle placement, or you can reduce BPM. Another thing that I'm just going to briefly mention is if you use scatter, not only does it shuffle the placement, but it gives you a bigger zone. So your serve, your topspin, and your lob are going to have more variation. Second feature, and we're going to create another drill for this one. The second feature is variation rallies. Now we're going to talk about the difference between normal random and shuffle placement. So what we're going to do first is we're going to create a topspin ball. We'll go spin 2, speed 12. We'll put trajectory down to 100. Sample that one. That looks pretty good. Then we're going to clone it. That's clone, and that's plus. The plus adds just another blank ball. Clone clones the exact same ball. And then we're going to clone it again. We're going to drag that one there. But we're going to change the parameters of the third ball. So we're going to go a little bit higher, and we're going to go no spin on that third ball. So it gives you topspin, topspin, no spin. Topspin, topspin, no spin. Topspin, topspin, no spin. And we want a slight break after that third ball. So we're going to put the delay for, let's go, minus 20%. So after that ball, there's a little bit of a pause before you go back for that one. Why is that important? Because in a real game, when a lob comes, it takes longer to get to you. So when you hit, the next ball is not firing immediately. There's going to be a slight delay. So let's see if that feels like a game. We're going to run it at 70 balls a minute. going to be backhand, middle, slightly high to the forehand. Backhand, middle, slightly high to the forehand. Backhand, middle, slightly high to the forehand. Okay. Now one thing that I messed up on with this one is that when I put the trajectory up, I kept the speed at the same. So let's turn it down to speed 10 and see what happens. That's more appropriate. Okay, here we go. Backhand, middle, and then slightly high to the forehand. Bang, bang, a little bit high. Bang, bang, and then a little bit of a high ball. Okay. So robot users around the world are creating drills like this. If you click random, this is really significant, so pay attention. If you click random, it will give you random to there, or random to there, but it will keep all those balls in that order as far as always it's a high ball to here and always it's a fast ball to there or there. In this kind of a sequence, with just clicking random, it will not give you a high ball to either of those locations. Check out and see what I'm saying. It's a fast ball to the backhand or middle, or a high ball to the forehand. See, all the high balls are going to the forehand, but those balls are going random. Now, if you hit shuffle placement and random, what's going to happen? You're going to get any of those balls to any of those locations. So now you may get a fast ball to the forehand, or you may get a high ball to one of those locations. Check it out. See, high ball to the middle, fast ball to the forehand. So it just kind of depends on what you want. It's not like there's a right or a wrong answer here as far as just random or random and shuffle placement. So that's the second drill that I would recommend. Also, one more thing with this is if it's too challenging and one particular ball is giving you trouble, just delete the other balls and just keep that one. If you feel bad that, oh, I just spent time creating this drill, you can come up here, clone the drill, and then you have two versions of the exact same drill, and then delete it. I do this a lot with my online coaching. Is we're running into three balls here, and this ball continually gives my student problems. So what do? We go over here and delete, and we just isolate this ball and do that one. Then we go back to the previously saved drill, and then we implement it. So if a drill is giving you problems, the only answer is not adjust the BPM. You can always isolate one ball or two balls and just get that going again and again. The third one, this is really, really interesting, and I'm going to talk to you about a slight glitch in the app, is the same exact ball over and over and over again. So we're going to put a fast topspin ball, let's do a medium topspin ball with a lot of spin. We'll put spin at 4 to the backhand, okay, and then we're going to clone it, and we're going to put this one to the middle. Okay, so people say, all right, so we've got a ball to the backhand, a ball to the middle, ball to the backhand, a ball to the middle. These two balls, if I click random, then it should go any number of balls to either location. Correct. The only trouble with this drill is for some reason with random on the PowerPong Omega app, it will only give you 1 or 2, 1 or 2. So before shuffle placement was enabled, what I actually used to do is I used to clone the ball a lot of times, and I used to drag some balls to this location and some balls to that location, so there would be 4 there and 4 there. That's unnecessary now. Now, instead of doing all that, what you can simply do is just enable random and shuffle placement. If you just enable random, it gives you 1 or 2, 1 or 2, but it won't give you more than 2 to one location. If you hit shuffle placement, it's an unlimited number of balls to either location. Let me demonstrate. So backhand or middle, backhand or middle, backhand or middle, backhand or middle. See how you just got 6 balls in a row to the backhand? If we just enabled random, but we didn't enable shuffle placement, you would get a maximum of 2 balls to that location. Now for our final drill of the day, and that is warm up. Okay, so let me just talk to you about a few different versions of warm up, and then I'm going to answer one of the questions from one of our YouTube subscribers. So if I'm just here and I just want to do a basic warm up, just something simple, For myself, I usually do settings something like that. Speed 12, spin 2, trajectory 99, something like that. That's what I'll usually do for myself. And I usually warm up at 70 balls a minute when I'm close to the table. And then I'll warm up with like 55 or 60 balls a minute when I'm far from the table. So when I'm here, I'm not doing any recording. I'm just practicing for myself. That's what my forehand warm-up ball looks like. Now, if you want to take it to the next level, what can you do? You can use scatter, and that will go with a bigger zone. What else could you do? You could create multiple balls. And for those of you that have recently downloaded our advanced training program, you'll see that I've created something that looks like this. One ball there, clone, clone, clone. And then one ball there, one ball there, oops, and one ball there. So I've got like a cluster of balls like that. And then I'll hit random and shuffle placement. So what will happen? It'll give you the balls anywhere in a cluster or a zone. Now you can make that zone as big as you want or as small as you want. So one of the users, they recently asked the question, they said, okay, so if you've got a cluster there, then why are you clicking random and why are you clicking shuffle placement? The reason being is because if we only click random, it will give you the specifications of that ball to that location. But if the specifications of that ball are different, see how it's 87? It won't give you that distance to that location. So it will be one of those 4 balls. But every one of these balls is slightly different because it's a different depth. Every one is slightly different as far as the trajectory. This one is a little bit deeper trajectory. That's 104. This one's 99, this one's 95, and this one's 87. So if you only click random, it will only give you those 4 balls again and again and again. If you click random and shuffle placement, it will give you any of those depths to any of those black line locations. So instead of like 4 different locations, you're basically getting 16 locations. If you want to make it even more advanced, boom, scatter, and then you've got even a bigger zone. Now, let's try it without scatter. And I want you to see the difference between just random. There's just random. You're getting 4 different locations. And then I want you to see with random and shuffle placement, there'll be even more variation. Because you're getting all 4 types of balls kind of anywhere in that forehand half table. Last thing that I need to mention, and that's in regards to scatter. So let me just delete a few of these balls. Let me just mention here for this ball, if we were to click scatter, and these black lines are going like outside the hitting zone, okay, going outside, that ball is going to miss the table. So make sure that when you're using scatter and you drag it to different places, make sure it stays within the hitting zone. If you drag it outside like that the black dotted lines are going outside the table, then guess what? It's likely going to miss. So make sure you keep those black dotted lines within the table itself, whether it be a serve or whether it be a rally. Last thing I also need to mention is that if you've created a drill, whether it be a simple drill or whether it be an advanced drill, and if you want to do a similar drill to that, all you have to do is hit mirror and it reverses everything. So when I'm personally doing training, I'll do quite a bit of that. I'll start with forehand warm-up, backhand warm-up. I'll do a couple footwork drills, and then I'll do a game situation drill like this one. I'll drag the ball to different locations, do it again, and then I'll mirror it so it flips at the opposite, do it again, and then I'll enable shuffle placement. That way I don't continue to create new drills. In a 1-hour training session, I may only do 3 drills, but I'll take a drill like this and continue to make adjustments. Why are these adjustments important? Because in match play, you have to continue making adjustments. So the quicker you learn how to adjust from drill to drill or from adjustment to adjustment with the robot, the more carryover you're going to get to match play. I'm Samson Dabina. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.